Imagine one day, you remember back to a cartoon you watched growing up. It was a show that you loved, and you decide to look up some episodes online to relive some old memories, only to find out that that cartoon that you had loved has completely vanished off the face of the earth. Let's go back a bit though. In 2004, there was a Russian cartoon called Gogoriki. It was a lighthearted little cartoon about little circular, colorful animal creatures and the fun shenanigans they got themselves into. 4 years later, the show made its way over to America with an English dub, premiering on the Saturday morning CW4Kids cartoon block on September 13th, 2008. CW4Kids mostly did English dubs of anime. I always loved the block and looked forward to waking up early every Saturday morning to watch it, and I found a lot of great stuff on there. Kirby Right Back At Ya, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, Robots. I'm sure I'm the only one who's even heard of that. While I always enjoyed CW4Kids, it gained a lot of criticism for often being, well, not always the best when it came to their anime dubs, doing a lot of questionable edits as well as...
And now, the stars of 4Kids will sing the national anthem.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Yeah, no, I can definitely see why 4Kids TV got the reputation that it did, but there was still a lot to like. Their dub of Gogoriki, called Gogoriki now, was actually a pretty good dub. And man, that theme song was great. I always loved this theme song. I thought it was the funniest thing for whatever reason. It's pretty catchy too, it's been stuck in my head for over a decade now. But in 2012, I moved out of the country and never watched the 4Kids block again. I went years without even really thinking about Gogoriki, and why would I really? It was never even close to one of my favorite cartoons from that era, and the show was aimed at pretty young kids and I was entering high school. That never stopped that theme song from popping back in my mind every now and then though. Years and years later though, I was browsing Steam one day when I saw something odd, to say the least. I saw those familiar characters I hadn't seen or thought about in years on Steam under a different name, Gogoriki. It looked like the same show, but why would it have a different name? The first 2 episodes were free, so I figured I would check it out. I knew immediately this was not the same show I watched then. It wasn't just the title of the show that was different, all the characters had different names. Gogoriki, the main character, was Crash the Rabbit, and he'd also had a completely different voice actor. And the one I remembered, Pogo had a deeper voice.
That's nothing! Tell me, Rosa.
But in this version,
Waiting for the paint to dry.
it also looked very different. This wasn't an episode I ever remembered watching. What was this, some sort of weird, lower-budget reboot? I looked up Gogoriki on YouTube, and I couldn't really find much. All I could find was the theme song and an ad that played on 4Kids. Looking up Gogoriki, however, brought me a lot more. There were full episodes I remembered seeing on 4Kids, now under Gogoriki with more of these odd changes. Was I remembering the show wrong? Had I stumbled into some weird alternate universe version of the show? As it turns out, after 4Kids Entertainment went bankrupt, the rights went back to the Riki Group, who did the original show and decided to do their own English dub of the show, disregarding Gogoriki and starting fresh, naming the show Gogoriki here. Most of the English voice actors were the same, with the odd exception of Gogoriki, or Crash the Rabbit, since that's the official English name for the character now. And as far as that strange episode that I had never seen in Gogoriki went, there were actually a lot more episodes of Gogoriki that were just never dubbed. The newer Gogoriki is apparently pretty big still, surprisingly. There's a lot of new episodes in CGI, there's a weird spin-off with babies that's on Hulu, and there's even a couple of movies. But what remains of Gogoriki? Well, there were never any DVDs put out, it was never available in digital stores, and It wasn't massively popular during its run on 4Kids, so people didn't really record and upload it anywhere. Of the 92 episodes of Gogoriki on 4Kids, 4 episodes in their entirety have been found. 6 episodes have clips out there with most of the episodes still missing, and the remaining 82 episodes as of right now are completely missing. There's still a couple of 4Kids made Flash games out there from it, so I guess that's something. I know the newer Gogoriki dub is out there, but it's just not the same. Dan Green as Pogoriki was great, and those weird new names just throw me off. I know it's not bad or anything, it's just not what I grew up with, it's not what I'm used to. It's extremely unlikely that the Gogoriki dub will ever be released officially, as Gogoriki's the new official dub and they definitely wouldn't want the old one to see the light of day. Not too long ago, there was a post on the Lost Media Wiki forums of someone claiming to have all but 9 episodes from the first season, and I really hope it's true and these get put out there somewhere. I'll leave a link to the thread as well as the Lost Media Wiki page in the description below, and hopefully by the time you're watching this, or soon after, more episodes will have been found. Thank you all for watching.